Welcome back to another edition of Show and Tell What the Hell. And in this segment, we're going to discuss if all the hype was worth it for this retro collection New Hope Star Wars series, which comes with Dr. Evazan, Walrus Man, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, the Yavin ceremonial outfit, the Rebel Fleet Trooper, the Sand Trooper, and not to mention that Han Solo is in his Stormtrooper outfit. We all know about this, and I think there's been enough reviews to talk about what it comes with and what they look like and how they look like, and there's a couple of points that I want to touch on with regards to the aesthetic of this. So let's go ahead and take a look, and the question I want to know is was it worth it? Because over the past month or so, a lot of orders were canceled. In my case, my orders were canceled because they emailed me, but I didn't get the email, and they gave me like a 3-day window. So I was lucky enough to get 2 of these, and I'm hoping to get a 3rd one just so I can army build some of these guys over here, and because that's what I like doing. So let's go ahead and open the box, which has already been opened. And I'm going to review some of these characters. Now, I don't think I need to go into Walrus Man into detail, so we're going to skip him. And I kind of want to save the one I'm most excited for last. So we got the Sand Trooper. Well, here's Walrus Man in his package here. Now, one thing that's new about this from here on forward is that the stickers are supposedly a lot easier to remove, and we're just going to find that out right now. I'm not going to save this, and yeah, as it was mentioned or rumored to be, these are a lot easier to remove. However, this one is kind of stuck inside. It was stuck inside the bubble, so just beware of that. That sticker was right in there. But yeah, Walrus Man looks pretty decent. His eyes look a little goofy, goofier than normal, but that's quite all right. This was the Walrus Man that I had when I was growing up, before someone decided to name him Ponda Boo Boo. But yeah, these are pretty easy to take off. I could actually save this for something else. Just put it on my, one of my backpacks or something. Or my refrigerator, my retro refrigerator. There's a Yavin. Look, Yavin. And Han Solo. And who else do we got in here? Dr. Evazan. So we're going to go into who I guess I'm maybe least excited about. Maybe Yavin, and the reason is that his face came out a little goofy. That's okay. But by saying that I'm least excited doesn't mean that I'm not excited. It's just that I'm least excited. I'm happy to have this figure. I always like this outfit. I always thought that was the outfit that he would wear all the time between Star Wars and, Empire Strikes Back. So let's do that little thing that I do where I cut along the sides, go on the bottom, yada, yada, yada. Oops. I go over here, kind of meet it halfway. Needs a little bit more. Kind of go by like this notch right there. Right there. How are we over here? Go a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Try not to destroy it. It's not like I'm going to really display these particular ones in the box again, but who knows? Someone may want it. So yeah, damn it. God damn it. Anyway, these are durable figures. Got a little, love that noise. So here he is. And a lot of people are complaining about the arms sticking out a bit, which I don't have a problem with. I think it's fine. The legs are kind of what bother me. They're a little, I don't know, bow-legged, but again, it's not a big deal. It feels like a Kenner figure. One thing I will want to bring up, here's that little ceremony. You could put it on Han Solo now, right? Get another one of these. Have Adventure Luke. Does a lightsaber fit in his hand? There you go. Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Adventure Luke. With a blaster and a lightsaber. It's a shame it didn't come with a lightsaber. That would have been awesome. But yes, his face is goofy. Looks like the singer from Grim Reaper. May his soul rest in peace. So I happen to have a work in progress Han Solo over here. And yeah, it fits over him too. So I put the, Empire Strikes Back head on him. I always liked that head. Still working on it though. Pause. Dr. Evans here. Nice looking card. I will be removing it, and I just love that mug. You could almost hear him saying that he doesn't like you. So homeboy over here comes with 2 blasters. Very nice looking Kenner-esque mug. He's got a little mark on his face. I don't know if that's on purpose or what. I don't care. Looks pretty good to me. And I think one of the guns is supposed to be going over to Walrus Man. Yeah, I like how his shirt looks all like, this guy doesn't know how to dress himself. He's just a sloppy guy. So let's put him away and let's get the next figure. And here we have the Sand Trooper, one of my favorites. Give him a nice little rifle there. And yeah, this is very, very decent. I guess the paint apps look a little bit weird to me, but maybe just because I'm used to the normal Stormtrooper head. Maybe this is, I don't know, did they all come like this? Is this, look at that. Let me just get you one to compare it with. Here's an OG one, part of my Remnant Troopers, but look at how, yeah, look at that little headband right there that he's got. So I don't know. I really don't. I don't mind it. Looks, you look at it, looks like a Stormtrooper, right? And I'm not too picky about these things. Ooh, this. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It kind of slightly moved the head a little bit. That's interesting. Whereas your original Stormtrooper, you could not do that. So that's a nice little thing there. I wish they could have done it all the way, but beggars can't be choosers, right? So let's put this guy away. Let's get on with the next figure. And here's our Han Solo figure. Han by himself. Come on. Look at that. Cool looking card. Yeah. Alright. I'm at work, so I gotta be extra quiet. So, he comes with a little big rifle here. It's pretty cool. He also comes with a little blaster. A lot of people were taking issue with the face, with the head, and they're making comments like, oh well, Stan Solo's is better, or this other third party one was better. And I'm fine with this, honestly, because I mean, if you were to think about the aesthetic of Kenner at the time, I mean, no one looked, Luke didn't look like Mark Hamill, and Han Solo did not look like Harrison Ford. They were rushed, and I don't have a problem with this because even though it doesn't look like Harrison Ford, it captures that spirit of just a vague representation of the character. And that's the idea, I think, of the toys. You know, your imagination fills out the rest, right? So here's that cool little helmet there. This is awesome. Now, I was never fortunate enough to get a Stormtrooper Luke when I was younger. But if, let's say, these go down in price, I would love to customize myself a little Stormtrooper Luke using maybe like the Jedi Luke head, which is pretty abundant. But yeah, he's just a good-looking figure, and it kind of takes me back to the day where I was collecting Power of the Force 2 and got that Han Solo, the exclusive Han Solo. And just like Kenner, sometimes the weapons don't hold too well, but you know what? I've seen worse. This is not too bad. It can hold its weapon. Sometimes you got to kind of cock it to the side a little bit. That way you can have a little bit more friction, if you know what I mean. But look at that. It's pretty cool. This is your original Stormtrooper. This is Han. This is your Sand Trooper. So, yeah. I like how they kind of, it looks like they share the same leg sculpt. Almost. I don't know. Maybe they redid it. But it's similar enough. The chest is definitely a little bit different. That is a little bit lower. This is a little bit higher. But yeah, if all Stormtroopers were like this, where they had neck articulation, I think that would have been a game changer. Who knows? They could decide to re-release some of the retro figures. Let's go with the last one. And finally, we have the Rebel Fleet Trooper. Look at that great picture. That guy looks so proud of himself there. And so does this figure. He looks very proud of himself. He's proud that he got finally made into an official licensed figure. And again, with the same arguments people made about the aesthetic, I think this is fine. I'm hoping to get more because I would love to make a custom where I have that one guy with the eyebrows, the gray eyebrow guy and the blue eyes. I always love that guy. He looked a little bit like Leslie Nielsen. What I like a lot about this also is he's got that nice Kenner blue gun. I like that little touch. So, and yeah, I definitely want to create some nice little scenes. If I were to get a few of them, all I need are like 3. And that'd be fantastic. And I wanted to put them together with some of his Rebel buddies, just to give you a quick comparison of how some of the Rebels look all together. Some of the Webos, Rebels. So there you go. Of course, this is more in line with Empire Strikes Back look. I think a lot of the Return of the Jedi kind of improved on all the sculpting. If you get a Return of the Jedi figure and you compare it to one of the original ones, you start noticing that I don't know, maybe they use different sculptures. You tell me. Do you have more information about that? But a lot of the sculpts just looked a lot more realistic. I wouldn't use the term better. It was just different. There's more folds in the outfits, more details overall. So take a look at that. And next time you're looking at your Kenner toys, the Return of the Jedi are kind of a step up with regards to realism. So let's put these guys away and let's get them all together and just talk. Let's talk. Let's have a quick conversation. The question is, was it worth the hype? And the problem is that they became really hard to find, very difficult to order. I had a nightmare scenario where I was trying to constantly be ordering them, and the other collectors were ordering them at the same time. So I just happened to be up at 4 in the morning one day and was able to snag this. And I hope they become more available. I'm told they're going to become more available. Would I buy it at a I don't know, at a cost that was higher than the 60, or was it 70, or whatever it was? I mean, maybe. I mean, would I buy these individually? I think the most I'd pay would be 15, maybe 20. If I didn't want to buy the whole set, and let's say I wanted more Rebel Troopers, I don't know. And I think a little bit was overhyped. Um, I think there was a bit of I mean, they're great. It's fantastic, but I think the issue was that a lot of people kind of jump on that toy collecting train, and every year we get new toy collectors, we get new people, and they just hear about something, and they say, "Oh, I need to get into that." Oh, yeah, and nostalgia, and oh, I used to have these when I was a kid. So I think a bit of it was a little much, right? A little much. Um, I think the distribution wasn't great. I think there's a lot to be said and discussed with regard to tariffs and the toy industry right now. But I am glad these came out. I'm glad people got some. I hope more people get them. I would highly recommend them, especially for the price. I think these are fantastic. You know, this is something I would have liked to have for like a Christmas gift or something, or an Easter gift. Just this box and have a whole weekend of adventures with my little toys here. Though I will say that I hope I do get a few more because yes, Adventure Luke would be awesome. Let me see if I have a blue lightsaber. Ah, yes, here we go. Here's a nice blue lightsaber for Luke. Yeah, there's Adventure Luke. I just want to compare him with another old school X-wing. Look at that, Luke. And let me get old Evazan over here. What I got to compare him with? Here's a buddy for him. Old Hammerhead, old sly eye Hammerhead. Yeah, you know something's up. He's judging you. He's judging me. He's judging this whole box set. But you know what, Hammerhead? I think it's all right. Wait. Are you hugging him? Hold on. I'm just adjusting the camera. There. Anyway, so yeah, he does definitely have a good Kenner aesthetic. I probably would have, maybe changed. I mean, he's a little too screen accurate for me, I think. I probably would have maybe too many details. Maybe if I wanted a nitpick, I think it's fine. I can't wait to set up my little cardboard Mos Eisley cantina scene. Yeah, I think overall, look, if you could find it, get it. If you need to pay $10 extra, I think it's still worth it. I mean, how much do you want to pay per figure? I mean, this is hold on, how does this retail? Yeah, $59.99 on these guys. Yeah, if you can find it, get it. I wouldn't pay more than $100. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures here. That's like $10 a figure, right? So are you willing to pay 15? You could break it down that way. But I wouldn't pay more than 100 for it. So in that sense, I think it's a little overhyped. If you just want one of these guys, I would just go with Stan Solo. Get a few of those. Or get it 3D printed or whatever, to army build. But yeah, it's up to you. I do think, again, overall, it's been a little overhyped. I think just it's because of scarcity. But be patient. This will turn up. And more than likely, you can hit up a toy convention or a comic convention. And there's going to be some scalper that bought like 50 boxes or bought everything that he could find around, and then you can't get rid of them. So you could negotiate with him and say, hey, look, I know these retail for 60. You're willing to take, I don't know, you willing, whatever price he has, can you knock off this amount? Or you want to sell them individually, or you want to keep the box? So yeah, I mean, I'm going to throw away the box more than likely. I just don't got room for stuff anymore. But I do have room for these in my shelf and in my heart. Anyway, guys, I hope this helped you make some decisions. Feel free to let me know below what you think, and we will see you later on.